All right, Smith, so here we are on our Unit 9 quiz review, and we're going to just do some quick review, getting ourselves ready for the quiz. We just want to remember that the quiz is going to look a lot like this worksheet, wink, wink, nod, nod. So let's try and get our heads around this worksheet, okay? The first section is going to ask us to give the name of each figure, and then just circle or box our answer. And to be able to do this, we're going to split it down really easily into two different parts. Okay, so the first part is going to be the base. We're just going to say, what shape is our base? What shape is our base? Well, here, this is our base down here. Okay, it's like the bottom part, if you will. Okay, we're asking, what shape is it? Well, over here in number 1, the shape is quite easy. It's something like this, right? So it's a rectangle. Rectangle. And then when we're writing these, we're going to end up sometimes with things that end in angle. And if it ends with angle, we're going to put an AR at the end. So this would be a rectangular. So that's our base. That's the first part. Okay, the second part is, what kind of solid is it? And we're really asking here, how many bases? How many bases? How many of them do we have? Well, here we have one base, so this is going to be a pyramid. So our answer is a rectangular pyramid, and that would be our final answer. Now on the quiz, you don't have to write all of this out. Again, this is just a study tool. We're just breaking it down right now. So really all you would have to be able to do is say, oh, that's a rectangle, so rectangular, and it's a pyramid. It only has one base. So it's a pyramid, rectangular pyramid. So for instance, if we look at number 2, right, we're going to ask ourselves, what's the base or what's the bottom here? Well, actually, it looks like these things right here, these are our bases. And the way I can tell that is because these sides are all rectangles. They're all up and down, and there are 3 of them. There are a total of 3 of them, right? There's a rectangle in front, this square looking thing. There's a rectangle on this side, and there's a rectangle in the back, right? The bottom line is there. And we don't have anything with 3 bases. There's no solid that has 3 bases. So that can't be our base. Okay? But we have our base now. Okay? And our base, the base shape, right? Base shape, that's kind of what we're looking for. That thing is a triangle. And remember, it ends in angle, so it gets an AR. So triangular. Okay, triangular. And then we're asking ourselves, what kind of solid is it? Well, it has 2 bases, so it's a prism. So that's the name of it, a triangular prism. Okay, triangular prism. Again, really simple, really straightforward. Okay, if we're going to look at number 3, well, number 3 kind of follows that same formula, right? This is the base, and then what kind of solid is it? And we can see that the base here, this base, well, that's a circle, or a circular. And the shape, or I'm sorry, the solid, well, that's easy, it's a cone. And we know it's a cone because it looks like a cone, right? Or we could even just look on our cheat sheet here and see, well, it looks exactly like that thing. It's a cone, okay? Now, for a cone, the base is always a circle, so we actually don't even write that anymore. We just write cone. Just assume that the base is a circle. So we're going to write cone. Now, over here on number 4, it's much the same thing, right? Well, this thing has a circular base, and it's a cylinder, right? but because we assume that a cylinder has a circular base, we just write cylinder. And for number 5, we have this solid. Okay, here's our base right here. There are 2 of them actually. This thing. Okay, so we're asking, what shape is the base? Well, it's a hexagon, right? And now whenever we had something that ends in angle, angle, we put an AR. Whenever we have something that ends in gon, so like a hexagon or an octagon, we tag on AL at the end. So this is going to be hexagonal, okay, hexagonal. And then we're asking how many bases? Well, there's 1, there's 2, so 2 bases. That means this is a prism, a hexagonal prism. And that would be our final answer, hexagonal prism. Okay, and let's look at 6. This is a shape solid we haven't talked about yet. It's a 3D solid that we haven't talked about yet. And actually, it's just on your cheat sheet. Okay, a ball is also called a sphere. That's it.